Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back once again. Today's story takes place in a time when Earth was not only inhabited by humans, but by other beings as well, creatures who slowly made the entire universe their home. However, a few humans are still surviving, and among them is our main lead, Blair, who lives completely alone in one place. She has stored all the essential supplies she needs to survive and continue living. But now, she is in search of more resources, which leads her to an exhibition center. This place was once used to gather people together, but slowly, all of them died. How they died will be revealed later. For now, Blair enters the building and finds a bottle of water. At this moment, that bottle is no less than a priceless treasure for her. She immediately opens it and drinks all the water. She then starts collecting some medicines that might be useful to her in the future. Suddenly, she realizes that she is not alone there. Someone else is also present. Feeling unsafe, she quickly packs her things and leaves for her home. When she reaches there, she organizes her supplies properly. We see that she lives in an old house, far away from the city, near the edge of a forest. She owns many books, which she reads to pass her time. But the most important thing she has is a walkie-talkie, which she always keeps turned on, hoping that someday someone will connect with her. It is possible that she might be the last human alive in this world. On the other side, we see a boy named Tommy, who is running in fear from something unknown. In the chaos, he even leaves his bag behind, but he does not turn back and keeps running. Eventually, he hides somewhere and spends the night there. When morning comes, he returns to the same place and retrieves his belongings. While searching for food, he moves further ahead and comes across a barn, an abandoned stable. He climbs onto its roof, but suddenly, fear becomes clearly visible on his face. He is terrified of something. Desperate, he tries to ask for help using his walkie-talkie. Luckily, his signal connects with Blair. He tells her everything about how he is trapped in a dangerous situation. Blair then tells him that there is a window on the barn's roof and that he can jump through it to escape. Tommy follows her advice, and his life is saved. The next morning, he reconnects with Blair to thank her. He tells her that because of her suggestion, he jumped through the window and survived safely. Blair feels incredibly happy after talking to another human. She expresses her joy and tells him that she has spoken to a human after many years. Tommy then asks her where she lives and if there is anyone else with her. Blair replies that she is completely alone. Her family is gone, and she currently lives in a cottage-like house near the forest. Tommy also shares his story. He says that he is heading back to his old place, where his entire family once lived. That place is located on top of a mountain, a place where the creatures they fear might not be able to reach. Hearing this, Blair admits that she is tired of living alone and asks if she can join him on this journey. Tommy agrees. Blair explains that their walkie-talkies run on batteries, so they can only talk 3 times a day. They need to reach their destination as quickly as possible because staying without shelter during such times is extremely dangerous. Tommy begins his journey. Along the way, he feels hungry, but he chooses not to eat anything because he knows the journey is long. If he eats now, there will be nothing left later. So he puts the food packet back into his bag and continues walking. Meanwhile, Blair also packs her belongings and sets out on her journey. She takes only the most necessary items with her, planning to collect anything useful she finds along the way. Both of them are heading toward the same destination, though they are traveling alone for now. Perhaps their paths will cross somewhere ahead. As Blair walks, she spots a rabbit. She hunts it and keeps it with her. On the other hand, Tommy finds an empty container and thinks about going inside, but he hesitates because he feels that someone, or something, might be inside. He turns back and contacts Blair. The first thing Blair asks him is whether he has eaten anything. Tommy replies that he has not eaten yet. Blair advises him that there are many houses around and that he can quietly loot one of them for food. Just make sure not to make any noise, or it could attract trouble. Tommy understands her advice and keeps it in mind. During their conversation, Tommy asks Blair where she would like to go if they ever meet. Blair shares that since childhood, her dream has been to visit New York. Her family had many dreams, but only a few of them came true, and visiting New York was one of them. She then asks Tommy about his story. He says he is nothing special. Since childhood, only his father was with him. He personally immersed his father's ashes into the ocean with his own hands. Now, he wants to return to the ocean once again, so he can feel his father's presence within himself. By now, they have learned a lot about each other, but they cannot talk for long. Blair tells Tommy to go eat something and find a safe place to rest. She says they will talk again at 9 o'clock. Both of them now focus on finding food and a place to sleep. While walking, Blair comes across a church and enters it. Suddenly, a mad woman appears behind her and starts shouting, blaming humans for everything that is happening. She says humans have angered God. Blair responds by saying that if God is truly angry, then he could also forgive his children or give them another chance. Why did he take everyone's life? She says there is no such thing as God. Everything that is happening on earth was bound to happen one day, and that day has finally arrived. Meanwhile, Tommy finds an old house and slowly steps inside. After searching around, he finally finds jars of food and quickly collects them. But suddenly, there is a knock. Someone else is there. What exactly it is, we cannot see, but whatever it is, humans fear it deeply. The fear is clearly visible on Tommy's face. Trying to save his life, he immediately runs outside. But because of the darkness, his foot hits something, and he falls to the ground. We are able to see the shadow of that thing, and it looks like a demon. Whatever it was, it comes very close to Blair. But the strange part is that without doing anything, it simply leaves. Tommy immediately tells Blair about this through the walkie-talkie. Even Blair is shocked, wondering why it left without attacking. During their conversation, Tommy suddenly breaks down and starts crying because today he is missing his father badly. He says his father died in a horrible way. While trying to save the family, only Tommy survived that day. Now, he feels there is no reason left for him to live. He asks, "Who should I live for now?" Tommy's words make Blair's eyes fill with tears. She encourages him and says that he should not think like that. She promises that they will meet soon and together they will go to the ocean where his father is waiting for him. Her words bring comfort to Tommy's heart, and he lights a fire and falls asleep. On the other side, Blair finds a car and decides to stay inside it for the night. But the next morning, when she opens her eyes, she sees a visitor at the window, something searching for food. It is the same demon, now clearly visible for the first time. Blair becomes alert. The creature keeps trying to enter the car. Using her intelligence, Blair traps the demon's head in the car door and repeatedly slams it until the creature is dead. In this way, she gets rid of this demon. But this one was small. There are many bigger and far more dangerous creatures, possibly waiting for them. Somewhere ahead. About 16 years ago, a hole suddenly opened on Earth. This hole became a gateway through which beings from another world started entering, a species humans had never seen before. Slowly, the human population began to decrease, while their numbers kept increasing. The condition of Earth today is clearly visible. And within this ruined world, Blair and Tommy are fighting their own battle to survive. Whether they will win or not, only time will tell. Blair is deeply shaken by the incident. She immediately tries to contact Tommy and tells him that a small demon attacked her, but she managed to save herself. However, she is extremely scared because these creatures used to attack only at night. Now they have started attacking during the day as well, which means they are learning and adapting, something very dangerous for humans. As Blair explains all this, she starts crying heavily. Hearing her, Tommy begins joking lightly to help her relax, and it works. He then tells her that he will reach the mountain peak within 1.5 days. Saying this, he turns off the walkie-talkie and continues his journey. After walking some distance, Blair comes across railway tracks. She sits there and takes a few photographs using a camera she had found earlier while looting a house. Meanwhile, Tommy collects some water for himself to quench his thirst later. Tommy finds a house, and inside it, he sees some horses that are still in good condition. Suddenly, a very hungry girl appears and asks him for his bag, which contains food. Tommy refuses because if he gives it away, he will have nothing left to eat. The girl then begs for her life, but Tommy still does not respond. Angered, the girl pulls out a knife and starts approaching him from behind. Tommy runs and hides inside a garage. Inside the garage is a demon. As soon as the girl enters, the demon attacks her and brutally devours her. Countless humans have already fallen prey to these demons, and many more will. Tommy immediately escapes from that place and runs far away. He tries to connect with Blair, but at that moment, Blair is calmly walking along the railway track, hoping that this path might eventually come to an end. Suddenly, a creature attacks Blair. Before she can fight back, an old man appears and kills the creature, saving her life. He then takes Blair to his home and treats her wounds. Blair asks him why he saved her life. The old man replies, "What else could I do? Should I have left you to die?" Seeing that he lives alone, Blair asks if he has always been alone. He tells her that earlier his family lived with him. One day, they went into the forest to hunt and never returned. He searched for them everywhere, but to this day he has no clue what happened to them. Hearing this, Blair is reminded of her own past and the day she lost everything. She goes outside and connects with Tommy, telling him that a demon attacked her, but an old man saved her and she is now at his house. Tommy asks if the man can be trusted, as he himself was attacked earlier by a girl who first asked for help. Blair replies that the man is trustworthy. Otherwise, why would he save her life? People like him are very rare in today's world, people who still help others. During the conversation, Blair remembers her mother, who died right in front of her eyes. She tells Tommy how helpless she felt and how she could not save her mother. She starts crying, saying that today she feels ashamed because if this man could save her life, then maybe she could have saved her mother too. Tommy comforts her and tells her not to cry. He says that when they meet, they will live together on a farm, and if anyone ever needs help, they will help them. The old man overhears their conversation and tells Blair that just like she blames herself for her mother's death, he blames himself for his wife's disappearance. But today, by saving Blair, he felt peace in his heart. He tells her that he has filled her bag with food and supplies and asks her to go to her friend. He also tells her that if she ever needs shelter, his doors will always be open for her. Blair thanks the old man for his kindness and leaves with her bag. Such kind humans are very rare. Meanwhile, while Tommy is eating, a demon attacks him. Tommy crushes its head with a stone and kills it. When he tries to share this with Blair through the walkie-talkie, it does not work. The battery is dead. The same happens on Blair's side. She leaves the walkie-talkie behind and continues walking. The next morning, Tommy wakes up after hearing a noise. He had slept inside a house during the night. When he opens the door, he sees Blair standing there. She had spotted the house on her way and hoped someone might be inside. Both of them are extremely happy to see each other. They decide to stay there together. But the story is not over yet. Suddenly, two creatures appear and attack them. Blair says that they need to ignite the gas cylinders to kill them. She adds that if they survive, they can always build another house. Tommy agrees. As soon as the creatures enter the house, they set it on fire. A massive explosion occurs, destroying the entire house. The creatures die, but Blair and Tommy survive. However, this is where the biggest twist of the story begins. The creatures they were fighting until now were small. The real monster finally appears in front of them. After seeing it, they are completely shocked. What will they do now? Where will they go? Will they meet the same fate as others? Or will they truly become the last survivors? All this will be revealed in the next part. Let us know in the comments how you liked the story. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.